After almost 6 months of traveling around the world, I landed on my final destination for this trip, Australia. While Australia is amazing and unique and diverse in its nature, there was another reason I was looking forward to coming here. For the first time since I started my trip, I would finally be seeing my family. With my family. Smile. That's right. My mother and sister met me here in Australia as a part of my sister's graduation trip. Our Australian itinerary had multiple stops in various cities, but our first destination was Sydney. While we didn't get to meet right in the airport as we were coming from different countries and our flights arrived at different times, we ended up meeting later in the day at our hotel. But it was a little bit hectic as only one of us decided to get a SIM card since we'd be spending time together. So when I arrived, I wasn't quite sure where my family was since they went on a walk while waiting to check into our room. On our first day, we mostly just rested. However, on the next day, we went on a beautiful walk up on a cliff by the seaside. If you looked off into the distance, you might get the lucky chance to spot some whales. I wasn't quite sure if I saw any or not, but I did see a lot of a vibrant bird called the lorikeet. You've likely seen these in zoos or such before, but they are a native to Australia, and though I've heard they can be a bit of a nuisance, I think they're absolutely gorgeous. One of the first places we visited was Bondi Beach. This is a beautiful stretch of yellow sand and blue waters. Even though technically we visited in Australia's winter, there were still some people out enjoying the waves. Despite being from Michigan, we all found it a little bit too cold to get too into the water, but my sister decided to brave the cold water and step in. How's it feel?
Cold. One more. It's refreshing though.
Run!
Oh, you're gonna get your pants all wet.
What trip to Sydney is complete without visiting the Sydney Opera House? Be it you just admire it from outside or you take a tour like we did to see the interior, it is an absolute must-see, perhaps even a bucket list destination for many people. As I mentioned, we were lucky enough to be able to go inside. And while I was able to film much of the interior, any of the actual auditoriums were not allowed to be filmed in as there were people practicing in there and those plays and performances are copyrighted. It was absolutely amazing to see the interior of this magnificent architectural masterpiece. Even just admiring it from the outside would have been good enough, but being able to go inside was amazing as well. We unfortunately did not get to see a full performance here, but I highly recommend it if you are coming to Sydney to see if you can get a ticket and squeeze yourself into one of those amazing seats where you'll be able to see a performance of a lifetime. The official gemstone of Australia is opal, and it produces 95% of the world's precious opals. So if you're looking to get an authentic gem, Australia is the perfect place for you. Also, you can get a tax refund on these when you leave the country. While we didn't purchase any opals, we did enjoy browsing this museum and seeing all of these gorgeous glimmering stones. We also learned a bit about how they're formed. We also were able to learn a little bit about how they're formed and why they're so important. Next week's video will be on Taronga Zoo, where we explore and learn about some of Australia's endemic species. From the platypus to kangaroo to koala, you name it, there's so much to learn. So I hope you tune in for next week's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye!